going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well, and thank you for tuning in to a new video. If you do enjoy this video, then please do subscribe down below and also leave a like rating down below. Comment any video ideas you do want to see in the future. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the UFC, and in around 4 weeks we have UFC Merab versus Peter Yan in the bantamweight division. And when I saw this announcement after Merab beat Corey Sandhagen, it clicked in my mind, and I'm sure it clicked in a lot of other people's minds, that Merab Dvalishvili is the best bantamweight we've ever seen in the UFC, ahead of Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, all these high-level competitors. Merab is just different. You know, if you look at Merab's resume, he's beat Henry Cejudo, he's beat Jose Aldo, he's fought Sean O'Malley. The first time he won on decision, 50-45, won every round. The second fight, he finishes him in the second round to a submission. He's beat Peter Yan, and now obviously he's going to face him twice. He's beat Corey Sandhagen. This guy is finishing everyone in his division, and we rarely see that nowadays in the UFC. Look at someone like Islam Makhachev, who obviously did very well in the lightweight division. However, he's now going up to welterweight and taking on JDM. However, Merab's the opposite. He's saying, I want to stay where I am in the bantamweight division, and I want to continue to dominate these guys. And now he's taking on Peter Yan for the second time. And I just rewatched his fight with Peter Yan yesterday, and I've also just recently rewatched Merab's fight against Henry Cejudo. And one thing I've noticed about Merab and what makes him so good is the first round or the first 2 rounds he would generally just give to his opponent, and he won't really strike as much, he won't really apply as many takedowns. However, when you see him in round 3, 4 and 5, in the championship rounds, in the rounds that matter, in the rounds where your character is tested, Merab always passes these rounds with flying colours. And that's ultimately what the judges look at when they're scoring the cards. How the fighters are finishing the fight, their body language, their expressions. And Merab is never out of breath, he's never tired. And his cardio that he possesses is a weapon in the octagon. Because, for example, the Sean O'Malley first fight, Sugar Sean looked good in the first 2 rounds. However, he realised Merab was constantly taking him down, constantly throwing strikes in his face, and it was just overwhelming to a point, because he realised he couldn't deal with the pressure. And Merab is a really high-level pressure fighter. I personally believe the way he mixes in the takedowns and the submissions and the striking, he almost knocked out Corey Sandhagen in that last fight. And that's why I would say Merab is the best pressure fighter we've ever seen in the UFC, in the bantamweight division. And I really think he is the GOAT of the bantamweight division. Obviously, compared to other weight classes, you've got different GOATs like John Jones, Khabib Nurmagomedov, high level caliber like Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. However, a lot of them themselves would probably say that Merab would be up there with them. And now Merab is ranked number 3 in the pound for pound in the world. So number 1 is Ilia Topuria, number 2 is Islam Makhachev, and number 3 is Merab Dvalishvili. And obviously Islam Makhachev is levels. I do believe if he beats JDM, he will go back to number 1 ahead of Ilia Topuria. And I do believe Ilia is better than Merab, and Merab has even said it himself that when they've sparred and got working with each other in the past, that Ilia has always been a step ahead in the wrestling and the striking and the power and creating angles, etc. And Merab knows that there is levels to the game. However, for his size and his weight division, Merab is definitely the best. He is definitely the GOAT. And you could say TJ Dillashaw would be up there. However, I disagree. I feel like Merab's been more dominant with the wrestling, and even compared to Dominic Cruz, I feel like Merab is just much better, because I feel like he really is a special fighter. And you know, we talked a lot about Khabib and these other fighters. However, I was a lot younger when I was watching Khabib in his prime, so it was mainly just highlights on YouTube and documentaries and stuff on YouTube. However, seeing Merab live, we have to realize that we're looking at someone very special in the octagon, because he just doesn't give up, and his cardio is just 5 stars, and you can see that on the actual game itself. And just in terms of the level of caliber he's beaten, you know, Henry Cejudo, he dominated in the last round, and Henry Cejudo is an Olympic gold medalist. So it really makes you put things into perspective when you look at Merab fight. And we definitely have to be grateful that we get to see someone like Merab fight so often. And his fight in December is going to be the 4th fight in the calendar year, which is the most we've ever seen. And his activity is just unreal. If you're not familiar with the UFC, the weight cuts they have to go through, it's all very draining mentally and physically. However, Merab is just a monster. He is constantly demolishing his opponents, and he is constantly showing up in the octagon, giving us great fights to watch. And I just thought I had to make this video to shout out Merab. He is the bantamweight GOAT. Let me know in the comment section if you disagree or if you agree. And thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.